All right, we know Kratos is strong, like really strong. But just how much can our God of War actually deadlift? We are talking club standards, a proper 1 rep max. Hinging at the hips, neutral spine, no hitching the bar up the shins, and definitely no sumo. That shit is cheating, bro. Before we embark on this enlightening journey, let me explain my evaluation process. So I looked at multiple feats of strength across all major God of War games, and then I judged them on 2 criteria. Number 1, form. We need to know how proper the lift is. We're looking for that hip hinge. If his back rounds, we're docking points. Sorry, Kratos, the judges have standards. Number 2, assistance. If Kratos uses any other muscles except those used while deadlifting, we dock points. No artifacts, side characters, magical potions either. Creatine is okay though. Our final result combines these 2 criteria with some good old gym mathematics. So I looked at 13 distinct lifts, the very best of the best, across all God of War games. I applied the criteria and 2 made the final cut. But first, a couple honorable mentions. See, this one was an obvious contender for the heaviest lift, but for the heaviest deadlift, that's where the problem starts. Look closely and you'll see that Kratos uses a lot of quads and eventually his entire upper body to lift Kronos' big, burly hand. That's more of a lunge/shoulder press and less of a deadlift. Sadly, a 1/10 on form. Atlas is one of the biggest guys ever, and the force between his thumbs as he tries to crush Kratos is undeniably large. But this suffers the same problem as Kronos. It is just not a deadlift. Sorry, Kratos, this doesn't count either. That leads to our final 2 contenders. Coming in at number 2 is Kratos vs. Baldur, the final fight from God of War 2018. Watch as Thamur's hand lands right at Kratos and Baldur. It pushes Kratos back, but he offers resistance. Now watch him bend down and deadlift this monstrosity right off the dirt. Neutral spine, conventional stance, perfect lockout. Unfortunately, but unsurprisingly, that's not the heaviest thing he's lifted. Because while Thamur's hand might clear thousands of tons, there is still something heavier. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you've been waiting for. The winner of the God of War Deadlift PR Competition 2026 is the Temple of Tyr. Watch how Kratos squats down nice and deep, opts for an underhand grip, pulls, 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 and lifts the entire god-freaking-damn temple right off the ground. The sheer audacity of this man to manhandle the conclave of the 9 realms. Oof. The cherry on top is how quickly he pivots and holds it over his shoulders. That's a clean and jerk right there, baby. He sends it over his shoulders into the horizon as the temple flips on its axle. Absolute god behavior. But, and I didn't forget this, we have to figure out how much this thing actually weighs. So, I did the math.
Okay, so the game's own scaling puts the distance from the realm travel room to the surrounding realm towers at about 200 meters. Eyeballing Kratos against the structure, the temple's footprint spans roughly a 50-meter radius, and the whole thing, vaults to deck, stands about 60 meters tall. Treat it as a cylinder. Volume equals pi times radius squared times height. Pi times 50 squared times 60. That's about 471,000 cubic meters if solid stone top to bottom. But it's not solid. It's got chambers, vaults, the travel room itself, so let's say 40% is actual structural stone. That's about 188,000 cubic meters of real mass. Now density. This looks like basalt or heavy granite, so 2,800 kilograms per cubic meter. Multiply it out, about 527,786,000 kilograms. Convert to tons, and you land at approximately 581,884 tons.
So there you have it. Kratos' official, club standard, no cap, no magic, no bullshit deadlift PR sits at roughly 580,000 tons. Heavier than every megalithic stone ever quarried, combined. Lifted from a dead stop, with a neutral fricking spine. Now I know what you're thinking, but he can lift more. Actually, that is true, because the heaviest thing Kratos will ever lift is your mom. Anyway, that's the video. If you haven't watched my top 10 new bosses in God of War, Lao Fei video, it's right here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you all soon!